Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Trine number 014 standard electric strike. This is a very common, all but ubiquitous strike, the 014, the 014. This is a 10 to 16 VAC sort of strike that you're going to see installed in countless residential applications. You might have a 3-flat and you're going to control that front door obviously through the intercom. This strike was very likely one that you will see there. When it ships, it's going to come separated, its body and then its faceplate. That, of course, is what you're accustomed to seeing it look like. Brass finish. Miniature design. This will be commonly used in hollow metal frames where there are 2 3/4 T-strikes is where you will see this installed. Die cast case, solid cast latch, chrome plated cavity depth 1/2 inch, width is 5/8 and the height is 1 1/8. This strike is going to be, they're saying that the cavity depth is 1/2 inch. That means that what you stick into there, the projection of your latch bolt, you've got the common ones are of course 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. 1/2 inch is for practically, must be for every residential lock that's out there. You get into heavy duty commercial locks. If you're spending a few $100s on a single lock, you better test that. Make sure that that item has a 1/2 inch latch rather than 3/4. And certainly any mortise lock this is not appropriate for. So long as the projection of the latch bolt from the face is 1/2 inch or less, this will be fine. Any greater than that, the strike will not work predictably and reliably because there's too much latch trying to go into the depth of the keeper, and it's not going to work reliably, if at all. This is fail secure. What that means is right now the strike is locked. Only when I apply power will it unlock. So in the event of a power outage, this is locked. That is typical and common. Okay. There is a link below this video to a template, and it's called 014 product dimensions. And that's very handy because it gives you all of the important data on this strike. And we'll just beleaguer a couple of the points here. 1 and a 1/16, 1 and 5/16. So the overall body depth should be 1 and 5/16. Some of the real important dimensions I do like to verify with the tape measure. Okay, 1 and 5/16. So that's the important part, knowing that you got 1 and 5/16 depth. We'll talk about that in a moment. Height of the solenoid box, 2 1/2. That makes sense. Okay, so looking at the rest of the template, everything else is going to be very simple and straightforward. 2 3/4 height of the T-strike. All that. If you've got a steel frame, this is all going to work perfectly without a significant amount of modification. Obviously, you've got to modify the face of the frame for this portion, and that's called out there at 5/8 of an inch. So there's a link below this video to a document called printable catalog page as well, and that's handy because it allows you to review this against other common strikes from Trine, whose name, by the way, is synonymous with electric strikes, both builder's quality like this or residential quality, all the way up to some heavy duty stuff that is really nice and smart and reliable. There is also a link to a document called installation instructions, and at this point we're going to move forward with going over the installation instructions. So from that document, it says that your strike arrives unassembled to facilitate the ease of installation, which is actually true. You have to have it disassembled to get it installed. The faceplate is separate from the door opener case, which contains the electromechanical mechanism. You're going to remove the faceplate should it be attached. If a dust box is installed in the hollow metal frame, you're going to need to knock that out. You're going to need to carefully break it out and do so without ripping the weld apart if it would be welded to the backside of a steel frame. So be careful not to damage the frame, which is a solid risk. When they say it'll be necessary to remove it, they should say be quite careful not to damage your frame. Side modification of the jamb is necessary. That's the reference to the face. You're going to get in there. You know, a jigsaw is pretty impractical. A die grinder, an air-powered tool is good. A hacksaw to get you started, that sort of stuff. And moving forward, after the side jamb modification, bring wire to the opening. You're going to want to leave wire, you know, plenty of it, plenty lead for you to get the rest of the work done. They're saying at number 18 through 24 gauge wire. Attach the 2 wires to the strike leads. Wire nuts are included in the package. And then fasten. So you're going to insert this long threaded rod that you see here into this hole. That threaded rod is nothing other than a handle. Here's what I mean. Insert the threaded rod into the top hole of the strike. Well, obviously, the top is going to change depending on the handing of your opening, of your door. So put that threaded rod into there before you try to put it in the frame to prevent from it accidentally falling in. That's the point. This will assist in positioning and also prevent the door strike from dropping into the frame. Hold the center of the threaded rod and insert the strike in through the cutout while continually holding onto the threaded rod. Then, once you've got that in there, you're going to slide the faceplate over the threaded rod. Okay? You will take one of the 2 very small screws. They're number 540 thread, very small, and you're going to attach it through the other hole, and then you'll have the faceplate secured to the body, and then it won't fall through because you got a faceplate there. Then you can remove that threaded rod, put in your other 540 screw. Then it's loose, but it won't fall. Then from that point, you're going to then attach it to the frame through these holes here, top and bottom. Okay. This is the 816 VAC model, 1.5 to 2.7 amps of current, 4.3 ohms. It will buzz because it's an AC strike, and it is considered intermittent duty. You would not power this all day long so that the door was unlocked, then simply turn the power off at the end of the day when you wanted to lock it. That would not be the appropriate application for this strike. You would need a continuous duty sort of model, of which Trine can absolutely help you with any variation on that. Now there's also a link in our website. At this time, contact us in the upper right hand corner of the strike, then click Video Gallery on the left, then search that page for Electric Strike Troubleshooting Guide, where I go through a lot of the common pitfalls and solutions to, you know, if you have this condition, look for this sort of problems with electric strikes. If you have any questions on the Trine 014 8 to 16 VAC electric strike or any other Trine product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.